Hey, welcome back to the Social Business Engine Show. And now I bring you yet another great interview from Social Fresh. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm James Royer, and Director of Digital and Social Media with Tampa Bay Lightning.
And a repeat guest on the Social
Repeat
Business
guest,
Engine.
yep.
James, as a sports team, unlike most businesses, all businesses that operate 12 months a year, your season is not 12 months long.
Yep.
So how do you guys stay socially relevant during the off season?
Yeah, it's a challenge. When you're in season, fans know when your games are, and they know when to tune in. They know you're going to be active on social media. They know when your content's going to come out. But like a lot of businesses, in the off season, we have to think about it differently. We can't think about games carrying our content. We have to think about how we're going to interact with those fans on a day-to-day basis and create excitement for things coming up for us. And we take a really strong look at our content, and it really starts with that focus. How do we create content that is more evergreen, that is more engaging, that fans are going to then share on their behalf, but it keeps that fan engagement and fan passion at a high level. So we've done things like we count down to the season using our player numbers. So we just did.
I've seen that.
We did Steven Stamkos, who wears number 91, 91 days to the season opener.
Yeah.
We just had Nikita Kucherov, 86 days. We count down and use the player numbers. We do a lot of content around that. So we're going to start building highlight videos of that guy to show that piece. Another thing interesting that we did, because we also run the Tampa Bay Times Forum, we have a lot of concerts and acts going in there. And I happened to find this on accident, so I can't take it like it was one of those moments like, oh, I should have thought of this sooner. We have the Black Keys coming to our building in December. I found a highlight video that our team had cut back in August, early this season. And it was a Black Keys, it was a music video of our highlights mashed together with a Black Keys video. We should be doing that and co-promoting our concerts and our season openers. So we do things like that. We do player birthdays. We try to really take advantage of obscure holidays as well and try to make them Lightning centric. So one coming up is National Left-Handers Day. So again, we get the guys on our team who are left-handers, and we do content around that and do posts around that. It's interesting because during the season, on March 14th is obviously Pi Day.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
And mathematical, the 3.14, whatever goes on. We can see in Twitter, obviously it's in analytics, you see kind of how much your post, how much reach it gets. And it always tells you how many times more you get posts. And we normally get about 3 times, 8 times. We get as high as 17 times when you get some influential people. Our Pi Day post got 33 times more engagement than any other post we've ever had.
Wow.
And it was just amazing to think about something simple. We put, all the graphic was we had a guy wearing number 3 and a guy wearing 14 next to each other and say Happy Pi Day.
Yeah.
And obviously influential people are retweeting that.
Right.
So obviously we carry that mentality over to the off season as well. Whether it be some of the obscure things that came along. We had one last week actually was Nikolai Tesla's birthday. And as you well know, being a Lightning fan, we have 2 huge Tesla coils in our building. And so we celebrated his invention, his birthday on the same day.
Yeah. Now, James, for those people who did not see your first appearance on the Social Business Engine Show, where you explained the Social Captain Program, explain that briefly, but talk about where it's been, where it's headed. Yeah,
we talked about that before the season began last year. We only had a couple games to test it out, and obviously you were part of that as well as our initial social captains. We had a full year to do this now, where we brought in influencers to really share their in-game experience. We invite them out. We give them 4 seats in our Chase Club, which is one of our premium clubs, and we give them a VIP experience. And all we ask them for return is them just to share what they're doing in the games. And we've had tremendous results from that in the last year. We've had guys like Chris Jericho from WWE, who has over 2 million followers. We've had Adam Jones from the Baltimore Orioles, who happened to be in town for spring training, so he came out to a game and he was a social captain for one night. And boy, the Washington Capitals fans weren't very happy about that, I'll tell you. They give him a hard time about that, cheering for the Lightning. We do fans as well. We also do local influencers. So one person who's here at Social Fresh is a lady by the name of Kim Garst. And Kim Garst is a very influential blogger and social media consultant. And she has over 280,000 followers on Twitter. She came out and does that. She's a big hockey fan anyway. She's grabbed me earlier asking about the team for next season. So all told, we estimated that the followers of our social captains was well over 2.7 million people talking about, and they're seeing those messages about what the Lightning are doing, what the game experience is for the Lightning. We estimate we reached over 3.5 million people as a result of that. We also saw our in-game mentions, or in-game chatter go up 26% over what it was over a year ago. Phenomenal results for us. And again, what that's trying to capture is what a lot of companies are trying to capture, that how do you network and create those influencers who are going to talk about your brand.
Yeah. And I've blogged about that since our first recording. I've blogged about that concept and how businesses can use that. So thank you for the update. James Royer, thank you so much for being back on the Social Business
Thanks,
Engine
Bernie.
Show.
Good seeing you. Yeah.
Good to see you.